Let's talk about John Brown.
An exciting young town from Pittsburgh State, home of the Gorillas, great moves in short areas.
That was close to a big play, just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it. Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers, underneath route curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
32-yarder, that's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
Pierre Garçon, always been a very good force in this league.
I agree with you totally on that. As a youngster, played with a fury, force, continues to do that now as a veteran, and knows how to mentor the younger guys, especially not a center or a guard if you got to deal with these massive defensive tackles who could not just beat you with strength, but they can beat you with quickness as well. They can get upfield and make plays. And a lot of times, what they're just go ahead and tackle everyone that comes in your area and keep the one with the ball. Dan Williams might as well change his name officially to Big Dan Williams. Holds down the run game against any team. We all know the guy carrying the newspaper, but guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well. The element of surprise was there. All right, there's no doubt about it. For us, maybe, but not for the guys on defense. An incomplete pass on the fake field goal attempt.
I guess, though, if you're trying to pick up the first of that spot, why not let your QB throw the ball, right?
You thinking that might be a better way to go?
Kicker.
The match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
They were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. So it's an old-school extra point, but certainly a disappointment that they couldn't get 6.
When you see 19-yard field goal in the box score, you kind of shake your head. But their head coach decided 3 was enough.
It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's.
You've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, the one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him. Anytime you call man coverage against Larry Fitzgerald, you're really holding your breath as a defensive guy, because his ability to run such precise routes and use that big frame that he has, that body against you, it's going to be very difficult to break passes up against him.
When you make 9 Pro Bowls in your first 12 years, you might want to give him a little bit more coverage than that.
It's not just athletic ability. He's a thinking man's receiver as well.
3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
and he's been as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession, and so far they've done a nice job of that. That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
So he's got another field goal. He's making it look easy out there.
Yeah, he kind of has that vibe about him, doesn't he, Brandon? You get the sense when he comes out there, he just says, don't worry, guys, I got this. And 4 times now, he has. We can debate all we want about Patrick Peterson returning punts. We know he's a Pro Bowl corner, so there's a risk factor there, but he loves it, and he often creates big plays, as we just saw there.
Here, the end justifies the means, so to speak. They had the 3 and out, the punt return for a touchdown. Boom, right back out there.
Because of what it led to. And let's face it, they keep a statistic, 4 3 and outs. Most teams want to lead the league in those as well as in takeaways.
They'll be looking for another 3 and out this time.
They bounced up after taking a sack and took a shot downfield. I think a lot of us thought maybe he'd run draw in that situation instead. Tried to get it all back in one play.
3rd and long, thought he needed the deep pass, couldn't connect it.
Maybe he was hoping for a penalty downfield to give him the yardage they needed.
They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?